Silas, the marvelous producer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Boom Bar. It's a brand new week, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Yep. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG. And
my name is Shola Rogers. I just remembered that I didn't mention.
Okay, my name is Olatoluko.
You know.
The one and only.
When are you gonna do a promo, Dolu, that has that?
Yeah.
My name is Olatoluko. You know, the one and only, with a lot of sass. When are you gonna do that? I want you to do that thing. It's gonna be amazing.
You know, it's very
You know.
I should put a trademark on that thing. Yeah.
You know. I used to hate that.
I should put a trademark.
I will mimic it.
I
and I always
put
get
a
it right.
trademark on it.
My name is Olatoluko. You know.
I should put a trademark on it.
But you know, now I like it. I'm like, oh.
I really should put a trademark on that thing. Yeah.
Kilo Shele, what's wrong with you?
Anyway, good afternoon, everybody.
Which
Good morning, good afternoon.
Which is no way.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening to us from. We bid you a warm welcome. And if you're just joining us for the very first time, this is the Boom Bar. And as we say, it is a bar where we just
music, sports, entertainment,
about everything and anything.
Dolubo.
Yeah.
Music, sports, entertainment, and everything in between.
In between.
Music. On the music front, you know what I really want to put out?
What?
How can a song that was released so long ago still be winning awards?
Is it not the same song? I have a question though. It's not the same song that not finally won a Grammy last year.
Got a Grammy last year.
And it was even for the video.
Yeah, and the same video
has
won the VMAs now.
VMAs
in
now,
America.
yeah. I personally
Which song are we talking about?
Maybe because I'm like a major Beyonce fan. Yeah, I am actually.
So are you a part of the Bay Hive?
I think sometimes they used to smoke something.
The fans?
Yes, so I'm not sure about because
you're not
we don't used to people. I have a feeling a lot of people they don't know where to draw the line.
When it comes to the fandom thing, right?
Yeah,
especially with Big Brother fans. Some people
the way Nigerians go about their fandom, I think it's a Nigerian thing.
The Bayhive, you think the Bayhive?
No, the Bayhive is not a Nigerian thing.
Do you know how powerful they are?
Yes, I get it. But the way Nigerians go on, at a point, if we continue like this, people will be sending assassins to themselves. Oh.
When do you think? Like your Bible says, when will Maku not cool? You know. Basically, when it comes to music, we're talking about Wizkid, Beyonce, Blue Ivy, and St. John.
How that girl is not? I don't think
she has won a Grammy. She has won BMA. But when your father is Jay-Z and your mother is Beyonce, what do you expect?
What else is left?
What do you expect? You know, so that's a big one. It's a big plus for Wizkid, who is on tour of the US as we speak, and it's been packing the venues. Like, it's actually
the US or the UK.
US is in the US. He only quickly did that.
Okay.
The O2 is going to be later. The US tour has started. You should have seen New York. It was amazing. That's why he was able to appear.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Now I remember.
Yeah,
Sorry
so-
for the.
So of course that's a big deal for him, and he's doing well with the Made in Lagos tour. Shout out to Whiskey, making Nigeria proud and all of that, and making himself proud too, and his family. That's music, right? For me, music, sports, and everything in between.
Yeah.
Sports. What a weekend! What a weekend in Formula One. Formula One. My boy Lewis Hamilton could have lost his life, and we know how safe Formula One has become through the years.
Yeah, it's been better, but
of course things didn't go his way. But I'm glad that he's alive, and he's going to race in Russia in a few days' time. They've left Monza already, and they're on their way to Russia. Tennis, Raducanu, 19-year-old girl. Nobody knew about her a couple of weeks ago. She's the US Open champion. She's 19. Then Medvedev. Medvedev was looking like someone who would be on the verge. Is
it also?
And he actually stopped Djokovic from getting a calendar slam.
Yeah.
This was the last slam that was left.
It was supposed to be. That's how. And we carried that news last week that would be like, I think it was in 1960s.
The last time it happened was in the 60s.
It was in the 60s.
A calendar slam, you know.
But then I think that will also help them. Not taking anything away from these people is that, you know, a lot of people actually dropped out of this as well.
Are you trying to put a dampener on the victory?
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Not taking anything away.
I hope you mean that literally.
Yes, actually. But the thing is that maybe it could have been a little bit more difficult. Maybe the people that they had
the field would have been more, that's in
it
the
would have
women
been the competition.
And the
Yeah, the
too.
competition might be a bit stiffer.
But guess what? One of the
But that
best
also
players
what
in the
shows that there was opportunity for maybe it's time for some people to actually retire.
Okay.
Seriously.
Oh, should Naomi Osaka retire too? She's wrong.
No, I didn't say.
And they beat her. No, you don't understand. Raducanu and what's the other girl that they played the final? They're both teenagers, and it was amazing. I'm like, tennis has evolved. You're seeing new names. We thought
That's what I'm saying, that
Naomi
maybe it's time.
and Coco Gauff were just going to be like the big ones, but now look at Raducanu and so it's
Maybe
getting
it's
better.
time that some people just retire.
I know who you're aiming your digs at, and
not people. Not a person. I think people actually. I think a few people.
Venus and Serena, mention the name.
Not just even the female.
With your full chest.
Not
mention
even the
name.
female. As much as
Nadal.
I'm a Nadal fan. Like I'm a
Federer.
major Nadal fan. I think people like Federer, like Nadal. Because now they're dropping out of a lot of, and they're getting a lot of injuries and all these things. And I'm like, okay.
Can I respond to that thing that you said? Whenever people say, oh, people should resign and everything, I laugh. You know why I laugh? In their old age, they're still beating the young ones, and you want them to resign. It's when those young ones really beat them, and they find out that they can't compete anymore, that they're going to pull out. But Nadal and Federer keep going harder, like it's as if they are getting younger. So why would I ask someone who is doing well to resign? The fact that age is not on their side and they are still able to win Grand Slams shows that they shouldn't resign yet. They should just keep going until they can't anymore. Then they'll have something to fall back on. So yeah, they're not going to resign as much as some people want them to go. I like Nadal a lot, and I think he still has 1 or 2 slams in him. For me, I think so. But still talking sports, with Formula 1, tennis, let's talk about football. Finally, Arsenal 3 points on the board. Finally.
And it had to be 1-0.
Is it not enough?
Norwich.
Is it your 1-0?
You people have no shame. With how many?
Tell
With
them you're an Arsenal fan
Excuse me.
Tell them first. So that they know.
Excuse me. Let's be honest with ourselves. Enough of those says. See. What would I say now? I dealt with a lot of nonsense last season and 2 seasons ago. Do you know how many what's it called? Not even points now. How many goals against they have?
Oh yeah, they were at the bottom of the table.
And then
before the game,
you finally play with Norwich, and all you could come up with 1-0. I saw a lot of people jubilate. I jubilating mediocrity. No. I don't do that. I do not. Because if you are telling me that you beat Man City or you beat Chelsea 1-0, I understand. Nobody can tell me that they might not be Champions League worth. I will still keep saying it. The Arsenal team of today, each individual person is not as bad as the nonsense they are playing. No, they're actually some world-class players on that, amazing players on that team. So what's their problem? So this is nonsense. But absolute nonsense.
Can you allow Arsenal fans enjoy these 3 points?
Excuse me.
I beg you.
I am being honest with you. I am an Arsenal fan. I'm not going to stop being an Arsenal fan. But let us say the truth where the truth is. Though this 1-0, it is still nonsense in my dictionary. The only thing we can start having a discussion is if we have 5 games in a row and you win 5 games in a row, then we can start having a discussion. Other than that, and you know the bad part, you know they had said it that the board had said it that if Mr. Arteta loses the next 5 games, now that he has won Norwich now, you will see that they will not steer it again. I don't think he needs to be there. He should be kicked out.
Arteta sacked?
Out. Not sacked. He should be kicked out. That's what I said. Kicked out. Sacked is nice. Kicked out. That's it.
But I don't agree with you. Okay. I think that Arteta had,
Arteta is using Arsenal to learn work. He's still learning work. he's supposed to be he's still an apprentice. But they gave him the job. But he should go to and be coaching championship.
You know he had issues with injuries and all of that. You cannot rule that out. You also know that the fixtures were not so kind.
How do you take
Chelsea back to back?
But you played Brentford the first game and they beat him 2-0. Really? Arsenal's third team should be able to beat Brentford.
The Brentford game was marred by injuries and COVID-19.
There were only 5 people that were not that. That's what I'm saying. If you remove Arsenal's, the whole of its first 11, if all of them were not on that pitch, Arsenal's second team, or even the under 21, should be able to beat Brentford. Not remove anything from Brentford, but come on. Right, Brentford had not been in in over 70 years.
If I had known, I was going to get this worked up. I would have started with the Arsenal story at the beginning of the show.
Nonsense. Complete nonsense.
So it's still the Boom Bar on your Boom Radio NG, Shola Rogers and Oladolupo, taking you through a little bit of things that happened at the weekend before we get to the stories that are happening today.
Yeah.
And we're talking music, sports, entertainment, and everything in between.
And on
sports, Mabinu, I have to bring this out, is how can a 36-year-old man
make every other person on the pitch look
the
useless.
Oldest person on the pitch?
See,
outshine all the players.
See,
36.
I get it that they say that.
I heard that his body is the body of a 23-year-old.
I get it that they say that some things are some things is work and everything. Let's be honest. There are some certain people that are gifted in some things. When it's good to realize your gift early and just key into it. In way, don't let me mention some people's names. They are better in modeling than playing football. Football is not your calling. Say the truth. But don't let me go there.
I know who you're talking about.
Football is not your calling. Don't bother.
I'm not going to say anything.
When something is your calling, hold on to it and hold on to it tight. As much as I'm not a fan of Manchester United, you people don't have a team. Absolutely none. You would think that they are even what I mean is that
means you're not as analytical as I thought you were.
No, let me finish that sentence. Let me finish the sentence. Okay. And the thing is, you would think that they're not doing badly, like Manchester United is not doing badly and all and all. But then all it needed was a Ronaldo to be in that team. And then you realize
we have a comment.
Nah, you're just there. You're not there.
We have a comment from strongest
point. Please go ahead.
Tinola Akinola, and he says, but Federer is 40 already, nagging injuries here and there.
Exactly my point.
Rafael at 35, we know is a power play guy. I agree, and that is not helping him at his age. True. Djokovic will still get to 21 before all of them, and the young boys will take over in 3 years' time. This man as a crystal ball. You can't fault this.
You can't fault. That's what I'm
Djokovic
saying.
is
Like,
younger than both
he's
of them.
younger than both of them.
And of course, we know that if Nadal plays this slam, he's going to miss the next one. And if
If
Federer,
that's what I'm saying, like there's always so much injuries and all that. People are old.
But with Djokovic, I saw Djokovic yesterday slamming his racket, and Medvedev took the first set, and everybody was like, don't worry, he's going to bounce back. That's what Djokovic does. The guy was not playing around, man. He actually could smell blood, and he moved in. And thanks, Tinola, for your comment on Facebook. Let me remind you that we're on YouTube Live too. Please subscribe to Boom Radio NG on YouTube. Would appreciate that a lot, So, Cristiano Ronaldo is the guy we're talking about. At 36, a dream debut, or can I say a dream re-debut? Please pardon the deliberate misuse of the English language. 2 goals in a game, that could have gone either way at some point, because Newcastle made a quick response to the first goal, and you thought, oh my God, this is a dampener, this is like someone coming here to mess up the party. But there was a picture I saw of someone who zoomed in on Ronaldo's face after United conceded that goal, and it was 1-1. And the guy did a screen grab and wrote on his tweet, he said, Newcastle is in trouble. You should have seen the look like, really? Seriously? And guess what?
And he came back.
Oh, yeah.
It was
amazing goals from Jesse Lingard and Bruno Fernandes and everything. So, nice game of football. But before we forget, Romelu Lukaku. Please don't mess around with that guy.
No, that's what I'm saying. That there's some people.
Chelsea has
when something is
the most balanced team in the Premier League now.
When something is your calling, embrace it and embrace it. As much as you cannot take away the likes of I don't want to mix them up. Kante is
N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, he's in Chelsea now.
Yeah,
they're like a few people in Chelsea that they're really good and all that.
Yeah.
And then a Lukaku enters that team, and then it just
fire.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Pure
there's
fire.
some people that it's just amazing.
Kudos to Tuchel, because it's almost the same squad that he only added 1 or 2 players. That
and
Lampard could not get a result out of.
Oh, now you understand what I'm saying. That's how people go back to championship. You are still an apprentice. You're not there. People are laughing, but it's the truth. It is the truth.
If you're just joining us, it's the Boomba on your Boom Radio NG. And if you think Dolupo is being hard on Arsenal, please remember that she's an Arsenal fan, and
it's tough love. It's be honest. Let's just be honest with ourselves. It is waste. You are wasting people's money. You are wasting people's money to cop. At least we were watching it on TV. Yeah, people are spending added money to watch you in what's it called, in the stadium, and then you come there and play those things. I think that's an insult, complete insult. You are laughing, but it's true. You can't be doing those things. It's just ridiculous. And then you come back and say that you are one of the oldest. Live up to what you think you are. If not, leave the Premier League. Just leave.
So, once again, it's the Boomba on your Boom Radio NG. Dolupo is giving it hard to.
I'm just being honest.
She's hitting Arteta below the belt, but I think it's going to bounce back. He has started getting the goals.
It's not Rijo. Just proceed that day. It's
3 points on the board for the Arsenal.
1-0.
And it's important that they got
it's
it.
It's 1-0.
But it's 3 points. So that's that for sports. There's a whole lot of other things.
Anyway, and obviously on a very sad note for people that do not know, I just read it now. So apparently, there was news that broke yesterday that a particular socialite, or that is popularly called Dudu Heritage, that he was also a music promoter for Obesere at a point, had actually died at the Ibadan Golf Club. He was playing golf on Sunday when he slumped.
Wow. Oh, now the details surrounding how Dudu Heritage passed. It's sad whenever you hear about the passing of someone, you know. And again, this is a man that, like they would say in entertainment, big name. You know, way back when entertainment was flourishing in the area of juju and Fuji music, the Yoruba part of the whole thing. It's so sad. Olai Bironke, right? Olai Bironke.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure he's that old. Probably was in his 60s or something.
I'm not sure he's that old, but you know, this is what we need to still be careful about. At the end of the day, it's something for someone to slump. Something is wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
golf is not tedious.
Golf is not tedious.
Like,
golf is
like squash.
Is literally a very easy sport.
Yeah, it allows you to walk.
You just literally just strolling. There's a cart that takes you and all that. So it's not something tedious. But the truth is that I think COVID has really taught a lot of people a lot of things, because you realize that a lot of people are carrying a lot of underlying issues that you don't know. And it's just a little checkup here and there. And even if there isn't, you don't even want to, let me say, you don't want to do some checkup. A lifestyle change. What you eat, what you ingest, a lot of things that we do that you just overlook. Those are little things. These are things that's what I see that this thing is teaching us, that we need to actually be careful of the things that we do. What we eat, what we go, we really, because you don't know how much of those things can really help or not help you.
All right, our condolences to the family of Ola Ibironke, aka Dudu Heritage, and it's a price that we're all going to pay. We pray that when our time comes, we would have achieved all our dreams, if not most of them, all of them. If not all of them, most of them. But however, the good Lord strengthen his family at a time like this. It's never a good thing. It's never a good thing when you hear about the passing of someone, and this is sad. Also, using the opportunity to buttress what Dulupo said about us staying safe and keeping ourselves. We're not talking about COVID-19. We're talking about staying safe. Like basically, check your health, check what you ingest, check what you drink, how you drink it, where you drink it, if you have to drink it or not drink it, and amongst other things.
So we have another comment. Good afternoon, guys. Kule Fakolo just says watching from Lagos.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good afternoon. He said, health is wealth. We have to take care of our health.
Yeah.
Unhealthy person cannot help himself or help others. I totally agree. It's something that we're not used to. It's only when we're ill that we go to the hospital. And even if you're really not a hospital person, there are little things that we know these days that we can do. Like, when was it last week or something? I'll still keep saying it though. That they said I should stop eating meat. I'm not sure about.
But when are we gonna get a nutritionist in the house? Let's talk about these things.
Yeah.
And again, it gets confusing at times. Be careful who you take advice from, and be careful what you Google. I have a friend who was on the phone with me today and was telling me about a medical condition that he has. And the thing is, someone said, "Oh, drink this, and that." Someone said, "Don't drink this," and I said to him, "Look, forget both of them. And talk to your doctor.
Talk to your doctor. What are you ingesting? Because
in more clear terms, what's this ewedu called in English? I don't know.
I can't remember what it's
called. The leaf, but you know, so he's been recommended that he should drink it.
Yeah, I heard those.
So
that it was.
Someone told him to drink it and to make it like to juice it. So he went and juiced about 6 bottles or something, and put it in the fridge.
Okay.
Someone else says, "Oh, no, juice it when you want to drink it," and someone said, "No, juice it, refrigerate and drink."
No, when you think about it, for that reason, when you think about it, when it comes to things like vegetables, it's better it's made fresh. it's actually the truth, fresh, and vegetables are very very funny, because at the same time, as much as you want them fresh, and they're better uncooked, it's better if it's also could actually make you bloated. So, and you know that cooking veggies also, it doesn't need a lot of heat, but cooking a bit
what we do in Nigeria majorly is that we overcook veggies.
we overcook it. That's it. So cooking it might not be, but also making it as fresh. Even if you're going to cook it, eat it as fresh as possible and let it be off.
So juicing
but juicing 6 bottles of ewedu,
so that you can drink it when you want. And again, it was
you're not drinking water at all.
You shouldn't drink it a lot until is sure how much you can take in, but you need to drink a lot of water and everything. Basically, what I'm trying to say in essence is that be careful who you're getting your health advice from. Don't Google your symptoms. It's not a warning. It is a life-saving phrase. Don't Google your symptoms.
Actually, those things, as much as there's so much, like, it's really easy. You have one small, maybe your headache is just regular tension headache. You would have seen it, say it's too much. I mean, and your mind would have got it like,
oh, you're dead already. You just kill yourself like. Meanwhile,
whatever is wrong with you is really not that bad.
I remember when, my friend had some palpitations in his heart area here, and for like 2-3 days they refused to go. So he went ahead and Googled. And he started saying, if it lasts for 2-3 days, that means you have a hair at this. At some point, he was basically like ready to die. Like,
Google kill me.
So guess what? He calls a mutual friend who is a doctor. And that one now says, okay, you know what? Come and see me.
Calm down.
Come and see me. Then he came, and that one now assessed him, checked him. He didn't even have high blood pressure. He didn't have his sugar level was okay. And the guy now said to him, I understand, because there's low blood pressure too.
Yeah, there is.
He didn't have that. Look, at the end of the day, it was basically from something that was bothering him. He had problems in his mind. And it kept him awake. So yes, he had bloodshot eyes, and that was it. So it's like, when the Google reports bloodshot eyes.
Oh, it happens to the
what we're saying, we're just
also
basically
visit a doctor. You feel something,
talk to an expert
about it.
Like if you want to build a radio station or a record studio, talk to us.
Yeah,
we're the experts.
We're here.
You understand? If you want to buy cars, I know who to recommend. You want to buy property, real estate, you talk to an expert. You want to build, you talk to an architect. So when you're sick, who are you talking to?
Why are you talking to your friend? It happens to everybody.
They tell you use urine to wash your eyes when you have conjunctivitis. They'll tell you, no, don't use it to wash it, drink it. Google, people drink urine.
Okay. We are done on that.
You don't even know anything.
Well, it's okay.
Okay, it's still the Boomba, and
this
is us keeping it real like we always do. And again, whatever we do here is about preferring solutions. It's not just to talk and talk.
Yeah.
And that's why we appreciate the feedback from you guys. Please do remember that we are on YouTube. Go and subscribe. We beg you.
Okay, so now I want to talk about something that is happening today here. And this is something that was announced a few days ago. The IPOB is in the news again. Looks like they seem to be in the news a lot. That's for people that don't know what that is the indigenous people of Biafra. It's a proscribed group
by the federal government
of Nigeria.
But it's a group that claims to be fighting for the emancipation of the Igbo race. They're basically saying that they want to have the Igbo nation. They want to have their own country, Biafra.
So, a few days ago, they had announced a sit-at-home. And there was going to be a continuous sit-at-home for every Monday until their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is released.
From prison. From cell.
Also,
from where
tomorrow is also supposed to be another sit-at-home. It's supposed to be Monday and Tuesday. This tomorrow is for is to honor their. He said the sit at home. There's a statement today. Again, Emmanuel Powerful, IPOP spokesman, said that Tuesday sit at home is to honor the freedom seekers. But the one that was supposed to happen today was meant for their leader, and that is going to be happening every Monday until he's released. Yeah, that's the background of the story. Now, I'm going to take a few reactions. First things first, we saw that the last week when the president went to Imo State, they announced the sit at home. Looks like sit at home now is almost a thing. You don't even want to be working anymore. As of today, there are pictures, that Imo residents have decided to disregard IPOP sit at home. There are pictures at the Imo capital, Owerri, where earlier the governor had told the people to disregard the sit at home, and that said that security agencies are going to put an end to the menace which is the IPOB, like he called it. And now there are pictures that have been taken today of markets in Owerri and people going on about their business. Now, there is also a story that heavily armed IPOB militants chased WAEC students away from school this morning. They were writing the ongoing junior secondary school, the junior WAEC. They were about to write it when these people forcefully dispersed them, shooting sporadically in the air. I'm trying to get somewhere because my question every time is like, you see me, you're fighting for freedom, you're doing all this and doing all this, and there's so much violence, and you say you're not a terrorist. Okay. Now, finally, there's a reaction from Dr. Chukwuemeka Ezeife, former governor of Anambra State, who has appealed to the indigenous people of Biafra to understand that the sit-at-home order is not beneficial to the southeast region of the country.
Look, I've always said this, and I know we had this discussion last week on more than one occasion. Now the governor has come out, that's the governor of Imo, to say, go out, we'll protect you, blah, blah, blah. Meaning, like we said, that the sit-at-home is successful, if you look at it from the IPOP angle, because people are actually sitting at home. And I said, it didn't start with IPOP. I remember clearly that the days when we were agitating.
There was another reaction I wanted to take. That was from Imo State, yeah?
No, please go
and
ahead.
then Abia State, yeah? Abia State government has of today warned that it will no longer tolerate any other sit-at-home directive by, according to them, non-state actors, as it has encouraged its citizens to go about their normal duties without fear of molestation, as necessary measures have been put in place to protect them. This was today said by the State Commissioner of Information. Right. That it will not begrudge any citizen's right to sit at home.
Why did it take the Abia State government weeks or months to make this reaction? Why did it take the governor of Imo weeks and months to make the same reaction or to make the same statement? That's my point. That's why I kept on saying that. Look, we say you were angry with the governors. You were right.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't disagree with your point. But my angst is with the people. So, a little bit of background again. The sit-at-home order didn't start with IPOB. It was pan-Nigeria when the civil societies would come together and say, you know what, guys, in protest to what the federal government is doing, we're all going to sit at home for 1 week. And I remember I kept on saying it that. I remember one that happened. The first day, everybody was at home. But in the evenings, markets will open quietly. It became night market. Second day, it happened. Total shutdown. Lagos, Benin, and a couple of places shut down. Instead of riot or protest, it was a sit at home. By the third day, people started strolling to their offices and their marketplaces. By the fourth day, everybody on a Thursday morning, Lagos was buzzing.
Oh God!
You know, the bosses were out. Everybody was out there working. By Friday, government didn't even have to
Let's
say
be honest. Will those sit at home thing? Can you work in Lagos?
Now, so no, can you work in Nigeria? Not just Lagos. what we need to understand is that it was a good move. It shook the government, but you need to understand the nature of Nigeria. The informal sector forms
Literally rules the
larger
economy.
chunk of the Nigerian business stratosphere or atmosphere. So, did you take them into cognizance?
Consideration.
Did you consider them when
the people
you
that it's what they make that they have to eat?
if you are in labor organization, TUC, OPC, and whatever you call yourself, C, you should have gone to the market women. That in 3 weeks' time, the market will be short for 10 days.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Kulefa Kolujo we have 2 comments from him. He says, and I'm sure this was talking about the health sector. It was like the swimming is the fountain of youth. We should try swimming for 30 minutes 3 times a week.
I agree. I just need to find a pool. We used to do that a lot way back.
It says that. Then it also says Bubu is in Abuja, Kanu is in Abuja. Bubu can end this with a direct talk with Kanu. He can end this if he is willing. God will heal our land. I do not agree. I'm sorry, I do not agree. I do not think that we should negotiate with
It's talking about
terrorists.
negotiation.
Yes. I think these people are pure terrorists. And the worst part is that you are actually harming your own people. So I don't get, and they're so draconian in their way, and that if you're finally given, that's what scares me the most. If you are even finally given this country, is this how you're going to rule your people? They're so draconian in the way they do things. How are you shooting at children that, if we check, they're most likely children of your brothers and sisters? You're using guns to chase them out of school. Are you kidding? What even if you're claiming you want to chase them out, you don't want, why do you have to stop their education? Let's even say you have a reason for it, which I don't understand. What kind of resistance do you want to get from junior secondary school students that you feel the need to take guns to their school? And then we're saying that we need to discuss with these people? I don't think so.
All right, so you take a tough stance and say no negotiation with terrorists or.
Okay, and Ajibade Taiwo says, "Welcome, bro."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whoa, T. Thank you for checking in, and God bless you. Okay, so like I was saying, the sit-at-home thing, yeah, it didn't just start now. The essence of it was to cripple the economy, thereby forcing the government to realize how important you were and how powerful you were. But you didn't take into cognizance the fact that Nigerians live on daily pay. There are a lot of people, laborers, market women, bus drivers, conductors, Okada riders, and people in the informal sector. It's basically on daily income. That's what they live on. So if you're going to take them away from that and you want them to support your struggle, at least they want something to fall back on.
Exactly.
So that's where the thing starts to fail. Guess what? They don't belong to any of your unions. None of your unions can control them. Even their own unions can't when they have the number cookie starts to crumble. The man is going to tell you that his children are at home, they're hungry, and they need to eat. So get back to the sit-at-home thing that IPOP is doing. The people who are losing the most are the people who are either doing it forcefully or
there's so much.
Your business is being shut down. You see, you're sitting at home only in the southeast, but the southwest is functioning. The south, the north, south, they're all functioning. So you're basically losing.
It's your economy that is
hours, and at the end of the day, it's going to add up to something. But if you think it's a sacrifice to your struggle, well, good luck to you. I still feel that we need to restructure Nigeria. I feel we need to sit down to talk about how a federation should be run.
Oh yes,
but I
agree.
do not support
the violence.
Personally,
no.
Please come for me if you want. Agree with me or disagree. It's okay, but I do not support the disintegration of Nigeria. I don't. But I believe that Nigeria needs to be restructured in a way that the federating states in a way that the mini nations between our nation feel a part of Nigeria, but they are able to hold their identities and their culture and tradition without it being, dissolved into nothingness. So please, whatever it is, remember that violence has never really gotten the answers. I know a lot of people propagate it, they talk about it, but why? You know why they do? Because they're not at the forefront.
Yeah.
All the players, all the actors in this Yoruba Nation, and all of them, look, all the actors in Yoruba Nation and Igbo Nation movement, their families are abroad. Show me one of them. Even Sunday Igbo's family.
Yeah.
Remember his wife came from Germany.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that someone who is fighting for the Yoruba Nation
was
abroad,
leaving,
and he was actually on his way out. He was leaving. So let's talk about these things.
Yeah.
Don't instigate violence. But if you feel, because I heard it, they said that people like us are Omali. I said, thank you. Say what you want to say. Bottom line, I don't subscribe to violence. And I feel that Nigeria should be restructured. The discussion about VAT, value-added tax, for me is beyond the income or outflow or inflow of funds. It's about the restructuring of the country. It's really about restructuring because the states are talking about how they can boost their IGR. They're talking about how they can be less
more
dependent on the federal government.
Let's be honest with ourselves. If states are not, if you still have to go back to the federal government every month, you really cannot stand up as a region. And that's the truth. If monies that is gotten from the federal government and maybe a few states is what is used to run everybody else, then what are we restructuring? People will just be hungry. Let's be honest. Some states will be hungry, like Gombe governor said, and it's the truth. Some people will be hungry. So not until states actually finally start looking inwards and they get to a point where they know that, okay, you can stand on your own, then even the federal government would even have more funds to do things that the federal government, not just because they're giving the state government monies at the end of the day. Now, talking about violence, there's still a little bit of issues back and forth. As it has been recorded that in Kogi State, Kaba, in Kogi State, there has been a jailbreak where at least 240 inmates had escaped. This was in the late hours of Sunday to the early hours of Monday morning. This was said where that there were actually a lot of people that were there were two soldiers that were killed. One was injured in this, and about 240 inmates are at large.
I've always been of the opinion that we do not have proper prisons in Nigeria. Trying to understand the entire prison system, corrections or correctional system, like they want to call it now. You take a look at how they tell you, oh, there's a maximum prison, there's minimum
prison.
I'm sure there's medium too.
Yeah, there's medium prison actually.
I know, but I meant it as a joke. So the thing is, you look at the maximum prison and you say, if this is maximum, that means your minimum can be walked in and out of, because the walls are not so high and they are old. The prisons are built somewhere inside town, can be easily accessed by people. At times in some prisons, prisoners actually climb the fence and beg you. They beg for food. You look at the walls, you look at the structures, some of them are pre-independence. Go to Ijebu, they smack dab in the middle of
it's
town.
on the express. Right on the express.
There. You know?
Agodi in Ibadan is
just,
in Agodi.
Yes, everybody's doing
I have a question though. What does Agodi mean in English? Doesn't it mean prison?
Maybe. But that's how the place became Agodi.
Yeah.
I don't know
just
what it is
asking.
in
Like,
Yoruba.
it just, you know, when something just hits you now, like,
It's a eureka moment. Like, eureka. You know? So, the thing is, Nigeria's prison system or correctional system should have been restructured
a long time ago. A long time ago, I agree.
When was the last time? Look, okay, kudos to this government. There's a brand new prison in Osun State.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't hear about it.
Federal.
Oh,
Federal.
wow.
We were here. We had just moved here when it was news and everything.
Oh.
You probably need to Google it up and read up, and we'll talk about it. And guess what? They're going to replicate that. And I kept on saying to myself, look, I said, you remember I said
Yeah.
I set the bar at a certain level for this government. I said to them, and I said it on air, and I'm going to repeat it. If you are not able to upgrade the prison system, if you're not ready to upgrade the medical system, upgrade the fire service and the security fabric and the security network, you have failed. If the medical system does not stop Mr. President from going abroad anymore, not only him, any other person in Nigeria, we need to stop medical tourism in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
If at the end of 8 years, people still need to travel out of Nigeria for treatment, you're failed. I'm sorry. My opinion. If you've not built, look, if I was President Buhari, you know the first thing I would have done? I would have awarded a contract to build 12 prisons.
Wow.
2 per geopolitical zone. There are 6 geopolitical zones.
Yeah.
2 per geopolitical zones. Award the contract immediately to 12 different companies and tell them,
People are not right.
build those prisons. We will pack it full. Don't worry. But only of people who have been judged to have committed a crime, not people awaiting trial. We have a big problem with the justice system in Nigeria. People are arrested for minor crimes and they are sent to
And
prison.
they're just forgotten.
And they languish in prison. By the time their case is heard, they would have spent longer than is even possible for the maximum sentence.
Yeah.
We know this is real. We know this is happening. My friend, Lamborghini.
A lot of people are missing. And people don't know. They think they're dead. And they're in prison.
So what we're saying is, in on the one hand, the judiciary has a lot of work to do in trying to decongest the prisons. The federal government needs to build newer, more secure prisons. Like, those solid prisons in the middle of nowhere with a pond that has crocodiles going around, and there's helicopters flying and there's electric fences and barbed wires. There are like 7 fences before you get to the prison. I have the design of it. You guys should call me, man. Call me.
Okay. Still talking about security.
I should not tell you my plan for prison anymore.
We're good. Thank you.
Wow.
We're law-abiding citizens. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why our prisons are full.
That's people's business.
No problem.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, has warned his commanders that he will not take or accept any excuses as they lead troops in tackling security challenges facing the country.
Hoorah.
Anymore. He gave this warning today at the opening of the combined second and third quarter Chief of Army Staff Conference in Abuja.
There's one thing that you must commend the Nigerian military for. The Chief of Army Staff Conference used to be an annual thing. That's the little I knew about it. Mm-hmm. If you notice now, it's like a quarterly thing. Now, there seems to be more synergy between the military. There's this synergy, and people don't get it. We're politicizing everything. Mm-hmm. But for me, without talking too much, let me just say, shout out to the troops. God bless you guys.
Yeah, they're doing amazing. They're doing amazing.
And we pray that you all come back home safely. That's our prayer. And to the ones that we've lost, God bless you, and God bless your family.
Okay, now let's go all the way to Nasarawa State.
What's happening there?
As the Nasarawa State House of Assembly has today suspended.
Pause. You see, I have a problem with you. When you start to do like this, it's bad. Then you will now be smiling and acting like okay.
I'm just being.
Who did they suspend? The governor?
No, the Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Luka Ilya Zekaba, for his full alleged involvement into the fake employment of 38 secondary school teachers in the state.
Fake employment.
The Speaker of the House announced the suspension after the House deliberated on the report of the House Committee on Education on the recruitment of 366 teachers and 38 fake teachers in the payroll of the state civil service during the House proceedings today.
Fake employment. That's the one that got me. Fake employment.
Yeah.
Fake employment. Seriously.
So he literally just put people's names in the system and they just continued paying them.
You see, is
You as a lawmaker.
a minority leader, right?
Yeah.
If the minority leader has access to do that, what's the majority leader doing?
No, that's the point. It's fake. He actually doesn't have access. That's why.
So who was paying the money to who?
He of course, it was a whole scam. Found a way
That's
to
what I'm
get
saying.
their names into the system.
Okay, that's what I'm saying still. That's what I'm saying still. You see, the bottom line is that it's people like this that makes people not want to trust politicians. You get? Is it not bad enough that you're the minority guy? You're not even the majority guy. You understand? And,
They're probably looking for a way to chase you away, Sam.
you know, so look at what you've done to yourself and your family. You know, the sad part is you will cross over to the majority party now, and maybe just maybe. However, when are we gonna get serious as Africans? When are we gonna know that the world started here and we're supposed to do better for ourselves and our families? You know, I digress to prove a point, and I think it's an African thing. I saw a report on Instagram. I think it was taken from a foreign media station in America, where African delegates who go for the United Nations annual conference or general meeting usually stay in the most expensive hotels in New York, and you're seeing them staying at those expensive places where the people back at home are suffering. That's the mindset of an African politician. I'm not saying that the American or the British or the other politicians are not corrupt, but I want to talk about my own people.
Yeah, the ones
How
that we
we're
all know.
able to forget that a little bit of effort will just change everything.
Everything.
You know, remember the councillor from Bayelsa, the female councillor from Bayelsa, who used the funds that was given to her to buy an official vehicle to build like a bridge of sorts, connecting two communities in Bayelsa State. She could have bought a car, but she rather did that. Remember the case of the local government chairman in, I think it's Jeremy Ifelodun, who built that amazing hospital that they want to call clinic. And I've seen hospital.
It's not a clinic, it's not a health center. That is not a health center.
It's better than some
like
general hospitals.
floors. It's 3 floors. General hospitals self don't have that kind of.
Better than the structures that some state governors have put up.
Yeah.
So if there are 774 local governments in Nigeria, we're not counting the LCDAs though, and we have 774 of those structures across Nigeria, the quality of health will improve.
Yeah.
The doctors will get a good job, people will get good treatment, and life will be better, the quality of life. So, dear politicians, what makes you think that stealing all this money is what you are there for? And when you take the money,
What are you even
what do
using
you
it
use
for?
it for?
What are you using it for? And moving on from that a little bit, there's a little bit of news about COVID. It's we know that it's still ravaging us, and the Lagos State Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, has said that the state has recorded 25 COVID-19 related deaths and 401 infections between September 9th and September 11th. In 3 days.
This is where we as a team and the family start to sound like a broken record. And I know some people say, oh, we're tired, we don't want to hear about this thing that you guys are always talking about, so this is why we don't want to listen to you. And I say, it's fine, you don't have to listen. But for those who want to listen, we appeal to you, we beg you, COVID-19 is real. After over a year, why are we talking about the reality of COVID-19? What we should be talking about is how me and you will stay safe. And how do we stay safe? The hand, based on research, and please, we start to be corrected, your hand attracts more trouble for you than it keeps away.
Yeah.
You're touching surfaces, you're shaking people, you're picking objects, and you're doing all of those things. So what you can do for yourself is to get a small sanitizer, or get soap, or get water, or at every opportunity you get
to wash your hands. Yeah.
You would reduce the chance of you contacting COVID-19 immensely. Social distancing is important. You're still going to the ATM machines. You don't know the person that used it before you. So, can you just get an handkerchief or something to punch those buttons? You know? Or tissue paper. And when you're done, discard it. Then wash your hands still or sanitize. What's wrong with wearing a mask? The masks are very, very affordable these days. We bought a couple of them in packs, you know, and they're cheaper when you buy in packs. Wear them in public places. Protect yourself. Before they say you are wearing a mask to protect the next man. Now, with the Delta variant and the Mu variant, you're wearing a mask
to protect yourself. It's for yourself.
Guys, I beg of
we
you,
really need
please.
to be careful.
We can beat this thing if we all agree.
We all agree to do something
please
for ourselves. And before we go, there's a little bit of news from Kwara State, where the operatives of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, what people know as the NSCDC,
or Kukuru Defense.
What?
Oh yeah, they used to call them that. It's not me, guys.
Oh my God.
I love you guys, you know.
Oh my God.
They used to call them Kukuru Defense.
Have arrested an immigrant from Benin Republic by the name Adamu Sime for allegedly having carnal knowledge of his biological mother.
Ew.
The mother, who was also arrested, had reportedly had 3 children for her son.
Ew.
So wait, your daddy is your uncle, Abi? Your mommy is your grandma. Abi, I'm not understanding. Yeah?
You're looking at that man that is not on camera.
Look at
the
please,
camera or
somebody
look
needs
at
to
me.
explain to me.
Oh, he's probably the one that's experienced it, so he will know. We didn't mention your name. They don't know it's you. They don't know it's you.
So wait. So a mother and a son give birth to children. So their mom is their grandma, and their dad is their uncle. Abi? Yes, now. Wow.
Whatever will make.
Anyway, the woman was arrested, and it was also reported that his younger brother was also confirmed to be sleeping with the mother.
Okay, so she was cheating on the elder brother.
No, they all is something that they all do.
No. Like she was cheating on the older one with the younger one.
The woman and her 2 sons is worse because they don't even have necessary papers to stay in Nigeria. And according to the law, it's sort of like an incestuous act. I'm shocked.
The thing is, what will make you do this would probably be a mental case. Like maybe
there's something funny happening.
Let me look for a soft landing for you and say it's a mental issue, and you need to see a doctor. But it's disgusting. It's wait. I wish we were allowed to speak our language in this program. There's a way you can say it.
You can't.
In Yoruba, you understand, but they won't allow me to say it. But let me be nice and decent. Sister, you need help.
Brothers,
you all lost it, man.
So on a good note, before we are out,
there's a good note.
Yes, in Kwara State. Kwara State is the latest state in the country to commence the development of the National Agricultural Land Development Authority's integrated farm estate. It has donated 100 hectares of land for the farm estate. It's supposed to be located at the Agbe Yangi community in Ilorin East.
Agbe Yangi. you sure that's the pronunciation?
Agbenyongi. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Community Agbenyongi. Wow. What does that mean though? Anyway, community in Ilori is local government area of the state, and it is targeted at engaging over 2,000 farmers in farming activities and animal husbandry.
Food security, food security, food security. If the 36 states of Nigeria all had 100 hectares dedicated by the state government to this farming estates,
We're definitely
you're
going
guaranteed
somewhere.
at least a certain lump sum of foodstuff, which is income, and the entire value chain of the agricultural subsector or sector will feel the impact, which will eventually trickle down to naira and kobo for people like you and me who would want to invest in it, and for people who want to buy food or export. Thank you to the governor of Kwara, and saying to all the other people,
and the people that are really thinking about it, please think about it
Can we
fast.
separate politics from governance? That's the message today.
That's the message at the end of the day. And so that's all we're able to take today on the Boomba. Thank you